Good morning, my name is Oscar Quintero from the engineering area of Ropem. In the company of the engineering team, the systems and marketing area, we welcome you to this web training. This is a series of seminars designed by Ropem with the main objective of providing you with knowledge. We are going to start today with tabletop belt conveyors and live rollers. For those who do not know, Ropem is a company with more than 48 years of experience that provides comprehensive package flow solutions that help companies solve challenges most demanding of internal logistics. Ropem is an intralogistics company that has two fundamental pillars: integration in Latin America and cutting-edge technology. Integration in Latin America is done from Colombia with our main office where we have our production plant, and from Peru where we have our commercial office. We have projects in Central America and South America focused on the Andean area: Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and some areas of Uruguay, Paraguay, and Chile. We have a strategic ally, that is Hitral, has a relationship with Ropem for more than 25 years that has allowed us to train and integrate different types of projects and systems. Ropem develops systems for manufacturing environments, warehouses, distribution centers within a wide variety of industries such as catalog sales, textiles, baggage handling for airports, or any other sector that needs a unique solution to an internal logistics problem. We have three defined objectives for this seminar, which are to describe the basic generality of tabletop and live roller belt conveyors, explain applications of the equipment developed and installed by Ropem, and we have some supporting images and videos at the end of the presentation. The first thing is to define or have a general overview of the equipment, about what conveyor equipment is and what it is used for. Conveyor equipment is used to move boxes, baskets, packages, bags, bundles, or envelopes from point A to point B, upwards defying gravity, or downwards with a controlled speed. Generality of band equipment. They are equipment where the surface of the band or tape is in contact with the product. We use solutions that require supporting the product, more precise control of the flow, and improving product grip, such as bagging or variable morphology. These can be on packages, shipments along curves, and for inclinations, for applications on inclinations or decline of this equipment. We have two types of power supply: three-phase equipment from 220 to 440, or equipment with 24-volt motors. The 220 to 440 units have a capacity of 75 to 100 pounds per foot. They are used for applications in ascent and descent of small bagged products, or with high-speed scanning tunnels that allow us to vary products such as bags, packages, boxes, baskets, and 24-volt motors. They are used to contain products or accumulate in areas of products that move in line. The capacity of these equipment is a little less than 75 pounds per zone, or 37 pounds per roller. Generality of band equipment. They are equipment where the surface of the band or tape is in contact with the product. We use solutions that require supporting the product, more precise control of the flow, and improving product grip, such as bagging or variable morphology. These can be on packages, shipments along curves, and for inclinations, for applications on inclinations or decline of this equipment. We have two types of power supply: three-phase equipment from 220 to 440, or equipment with 24-volt motors. The 220 to 440 units have a capacity of 75 to 100 pounds per foot. They are used for applications in ascent and descent of small bagged products, or with high-speed scanning tunnels that allow us to vary products such as bags, packages, boxes, baskets, and 24-volt motors. They are used to contain products or accumulate in areas of products that move in line. The capacity of these equipment is a little less than 75 pounds per zone or 37 pounds per roller. Three-phase equipment. We have two types of transmission. At the top we have an extreme unit and at the bottom we have a central drive unit. The difference between the central drive unit and the extreme drive is the traction capabilities and the ability to move different weights and centering of the belt on the team. For the 24-volt equipment we have other already differentiated parts where we are going to find a control source, a green source, cards, and some 24-volt motors. We use live roller equipment for applications, storage, manufacturing, and preparation of distribution products. These motorized roller conveyors are a durable solution for medium to large-sized products. We recommend for small products because there will always be some separation between the rollers. Of these we also have two types of power supply, one that is three-phase 224/40 and another that is 24 volts. The three-phase we have from 75 to 100 pounds per foot in capacity, and in the 24 volts we have from 37 pounds to 75 pounds. In these equipment we have three types of transmission, one that is by belt, others that are cardan shafts and others that are B-belts. These are the most standard that you will find on the market. Others also such as Poliv belts or with roller motors, but they are not very commonly used in the market because spare parts are difficult to obtain and are not available locally. Here we also have some very basic parts of the equipment very similar to the previous ones with a central neo drive, a driving pulley, a tensioning pulley, some end pulleys at both ends. But we have here some return rollers under the equipment and the transmission rollers that give it movement. To your product the motor and a tensioning system that must be in all equipment. But there is a very special and important part, which is the connection between the chassis or the ends of the equipment. To give traction to the tip rollers, slotted rollers are used for what? To ensure that the transmission is complete from start to finish. So these have a transmission that is basically used in the market or some rubber that joins one roller to another. For live roller equipment there is a very important rule. The first rule that you must keep in mind is that you must always guarantee that three rollers are under the product to prevent jamming or overturning or that the product comes out or does not have good contact on the product. About the system. In the band and roller equipment we also have curved equipment. In the band equipment we have curves of 45, 60, 90 up to 180 degrees. You will wonder why not place a 90 curve next to another 90 and you would have 180 on the market. It will have the ability to have a 180 curve with a single motor. In the roller equipment on curves we already have a wider range where you will find curves from 30 degrees through 45, 60, 90, 180 and combinations with curve schools with spurs of 45 or 30 degrees. For the good selection of a curve there are some application formulas. We are not going to go into depth about this formula, but to make this decision the engineering team that is going to provide you with advice should always have the ability to give you the best decision taking into account these formulas. There are some advantages to using belt equipment on a live roller table. You can handle a variety of products, bags, boxes, packages, baskets, where it goes on the table on top of other bags that do not have a specific morphology defined. Small, medium, large have great versatility. In addition to that we can place a mix of products or be able to send a single product. We can send only boxes or only baskets or we can send boxes, baskets, bags in different configurations and with system accessories. System accessories are additional training that Ropem will provide and where there are transfers, diverters, pushers, weighing. Here we are going to see a video of the tabletop band so that you have a little more clarity. The tabletop band equipment guarantees a constant flow of movement at high, medium and low speed for medium and small pieces packaged or loose. These equipment can handle high, medium and low capacities and can also be configured to any available length and width. Are an economical and reliable option for transporting products of various sizes and shapes. Now let's find a video of live roller equipment. This equipment live rollers are a driver that use energy to propel products in boxes or bags along the production line or to palletize. It is an economical solution for different industries and applications. They are used for stable and heavier solid products that can accumulate the product and are widely used in manufacturing processes, classification, inspection and packaging. These equipment are for food and have special characteristics. Most food equipment is made of stainless steel, and something very important is that the bands or the contact system always have sanitary standards or come with FDA standards. This must always be guaranteed. Manufacturer so that they have a good equipment selection. Here we are going to see selections of equipment or some photographs where you can see a combination of equipment in parcel companies where we see a mix of products with curves, spurs, bands on a live roller table and different types of products on the system. We also have system accessories where there are combinations of chuts that are already pre-designed and established for this type of applications. If you see, there are also some special types of guards that are also accessories for the equipment. In this image you can notice the different levels with this type of guards that will prevent us from falling out during different level changes or different direction changes. All of this has to be guaranteed at the time of making the design. We also have distribution centers where there can be a mix of live roller products, band on table, curves, spurs, exits and entrances. We have picking equipment where there are inspection areas, also combined with accessories such as diverters, transfers, different speeds, ease of use with personnel next to the equipment, safety systems for all equipment tractions. Here we have some input data. You will always have to take something very into account to carry out your development, which is that you have to have very clear data so that the person who is going to develop or accompany you in the development of your project be very clear about all the bases and input data to make a good system. The first thing is that you have to define which products you are going to transport, be very clear about the dimensions, the weight of the product, the length, the height. If you have already defined the transporters, provide the dimensions of length, width, height. But between the two people or between the two companies have the dimensioning, have the flow of packages or products per hour, the operating time per day, the environmental conditions to which it will be subjected if it is in a cold chamber or saline environment or suddenly it is in an area, coastal or outdoor conditions are known to you as those directly in charge of your processes. A minimum description of what you need to do about the system you need to transport. You need to do a reading, do a weighing, and also make a definition of the area where it will be located if it is possible to send a layout or do it on an AutoCAD where the measurements can be a little more precise. The design and some general observations of the process will be much more reliable. Those who really know the product to be developed are you. You know if the product and the box is tilted to the side straight or if it is homogeneously distributed on the box on the basket, or if the bag when the product comes out is not tight and can get stuck if the barcode does not stick well on the bag. All of these observations are what you know as producers. In the guarantee of projects, when you need to carry out a project, a company with support will always accompany you from the beginning of the design, the choice of the equipment, the power calculations, the dimensions, the 3D modeling on an AutoCAD, the possibilities, opportunities for improvement of the system. This is a company that will guarantee your project and that wants a relationship of trust. It does not want to just make a quote. Here we have some E24 equipment where we see different products on the equipment. You can see envelopes, bags, packages, and it can also carry baskets and boxes. On this slide we can also see that barcode readers can be used and there can also be volumetric weighing systems. There are uses of combinations, controls, traffic control, or only transportation. Here we already have a more complete warehouse where the product lines already handle combination systems, deviations, readings and weighing. What you require is not always complete systems, there are also possibilities of having equipment per unit. These can be used in loading or unloading trucks, level changes of mobile or fixed equipment for marking, labeling processes in maquilas or low turnover processes. Whenever you purchase conveyor belt equipment, you must be aware that they are machines and require training. The training must be on safety in use and maintenance. At the end of each project, request the operations manual. Where the parts of the equipment should be the installation requirements, the requirements for assembly or preventive maintenance scheduling. These are applications and processes that you should always take into account for the generality of this equipment. You can leave your questions or comments in the video description or contact us through the emails shown on the screen.